guys, it's John back out at Casey Farms. Today is the day. It's finally the weekend and we have a surprise. If you've seen a couple of our last videos, we built a meat shaw, so I guess it's technically not a surprise. I'll link those here, but the chickens have arrived. I'm up early and here they are. We've got these from Valley Farms Hatchery in Alabama. Never used them before, but I knew they were close and I didn't want the chickens to be in the mail for a long time, so that is who we went with. I have quite the Taj Mahal setup here. We put both of our brooder boxes together. So we've got a big area for them out in the barn. 2 waters, 2 feeders, 2 heat lamps. I don't know if you can hear that, but chickens are going crazy out there. So 50 meat chickens, Cornish cross. We are going to be eating these. Excited about that. We're gonna follow along on this journey, figure out how much it's gonna cost us. We got 50, that's about, obviously 52 weeks in a year, that's about a bird a week. So we're gonna follow along on this journey. It takes them 8 weeks to grow out usually. We're gonna keep track of how much feed is costing us, how well they do, add in the amount of the birds, and see how much it costs us to put enough meat in our freezer to feed us for just about a year if we do 1 bird a week. So excited to get on this journey. Let's get these guys out. Remember, we gotta dip their beaks in the water so they know where the water is. And let's see how they do. They've got quite a big area here. Quite a big area to move around, which they grow super fast. So it shouldn't be long. I'd like to get them outside on the grass as soon as possible, but we want them to feather out a little bit. It's been hot during the day, it gets cool at night a little bit, so I just want to make sure they're okay. So we'll keep them in here. I'd like to only do 2 weeks, but we'll see how it goes. So let's get these guys out and look at all these little fluff balls. Pretty awesome. Well, 52. They've sent 2 extra. Sometimes hatcheries will do that because some can die during transport. None have died. If you don't know that some chicks can last up to 2 days without food or water after they're born, or I think 3 maybe. It's 2 or 3 days, but that is why they're able to ship them out. I still chose a close hatchery in Alabama, Valley Farms Hatchery. Never used them before, but so far so good. Everyone is active. These little guys running around, they already know where the water's at. Got their heat over there if they get cold, food. So far so good, very pleased with them. Nobody dead, and we've got 52. So So that is a chicken a week now, so we'll see if they can make it the 8 weeks. I'm gonna go get a couple of our receipts and see what we've paid so far. I wanna keep you guys up to date how much this is gonna cost, if this is ever something you wanna do, raising enough chickens for yourself for the year. So let's go get those and go over some of the costs we're at right now. Okay, I figured out what we have into these birds so far, and I know that price is gonna go up once we need to get some more food, but just to give you an idea of what to get started here, got it down on this real fancy high technology piece of paper here. So we bought 50 chickens at $92. So that was $1.84 a piece, and we went with all males because they're gonna get bigger and give us more meat. So we could have got them a little cheaper if we got some females, but we went with all males. So that was $92 for all 50 of them. They sent us 2 extra, so that came out to $1.77 a chicken. So we've got 52 birds, and we may lose some. Not sure, they all look healthy now, but we've spent a little bit more money to get non-GMO chick starter instead of the regular, so that's $14.50 a bag. We bought 10 bags of that, $145. I'm sure we're gonna need more before the 8 weeks is up, but just a starter, just to start out, give you an idea. We've got 2 waters that was about $10, about 5 a piece. We had the feeders and the heat lamps, and we also already had our brooder made. So that's another good thing. Once you do it once, you can use them multiple times, so the next batch, our cost will be down. So as you can see, we've got pine shavings. It was about $6 a bag. I'm just rounding up. So that's 36. We bought 6 of those. We may not use them all, but that's what we have right now. Total is $283 so far. Okay, and that may seem like a lot, but when you divide that into however many birds last, we'll come up with a final cost once we're done with everything. So we'll see if it's worth it. We know it's going to be worth it just because we're getting a lot healthier bird. We didn't vaccinate the birds. We didn't get them debeaked. Some of you are like, what are you talking about? This is nasty, but a lot of times in these big poultry farms or whatever, and I'm just making a generic statement. It may not be true for all, but just what I've read and what I've seen on some videos. We watched the Food Inc. video and everything. When these chickens are in high stress situations, they start to peck at each other, so they'll get them debeaked, which sounds pretty nasty to me, but that's just the way they do it. So we're hoping to get healthy chickens raised the right way. We're gonna get them out on grass as soon as we can, and we are just excited to see what this process is gonna be. I'll link a video at the top. We've got chicken pluckers and everything ready for when we do get ready to butcher. So that is definitely going to help us, especially with 50 some birds. We're hoping to keep 52 total. Like I said, there's chances we'll lose some. I don't know if you can hear the ducks out there, but they're going crazy. They must know there's new life on the farm. But pretty excited. This is the first time with Cornish cross, a meat bird. They obviously already know where the water's at. Pretty excited to see how active they are running around. We're just gonna keep an eye on them and like to do a weekly update. Don't know if we'll be able to do a weekly update, but we're gonna give you updates throughout this 8-week period to see how they're growing and how much it's still costing us. We'll give you final cost at the end of the 8 weeks, what it's cost us per bird to raise. I was looking at our local store the other day, and for what they claim is free range, which a lot of times their free range is just inside a barn, not in a cage. They're just in a huge barn the whole time. They're not out on grass. So that's a whole nother story you can get into. I mean, and I know, hey, it's a lot easier just to go to the store and pick up a chicken when you need one, but for the cost of theirs, I believe is around $10 or so. And I'll go back and get another estimate on what those prices are going for before this is all said and done, just to see if how we're making out with our birds compared to what you can get in the store. So follow us along on this journey. you haven't already, subscribe to our page, give us a thumbs up, and we'll keep you updated. Thanks for watching.
Perfect. This is the trust shot.
Did it hit it? It hit it. Oh, God.
This is the trust shot.